that we got some museum samples from.
So, studying the disease called Spanish flu. The Spanish flu was influenza type, and I know that it has been a project and has been successfully made that, to find out the reason why the Spanish flu virus was so much more deadly than normal flu. That the way to find this Spanish flu virus was to dig in very old, almost permafrost areas in Canada, I think it was, or was it Alaska? But it was something like that. And they found some bodies who had been killed by the Spanish flu, and they were able to find the virus in that body.
Yeah.
Have you heard about that?
Yeah. I think it's some of my colleagues from the Center for Geogenetics that are also involved in that project. And there is a really high potential to do it in that way. If that's the case, why the northern part of the world are really good for ancient DNA studies. Because if you have the opportunity to preserve DNA, then if you have the opportunity to preserve DNA from the human, from the host, of course you will have a high potential to find any other pathogen or parasite affecting the host. In the case of, the DNA is something that degrades extremely fast, especially through radiation or light or almost anything. And by degradation, it's simply that the sequence, the DNA that you get in one strand, start breaking down. And the more you break it down, the more information you lose, and the harder to recover it. If you take a piece of meat and you put it in the freezer, the DNA will survive there for as long as you want. The lower the temperature and the more completely isolated from life, that sample will be really potentially 100 years, definitely for doing any ancient DNA study. So that's a really good, and absolutely it's believable that they were able to cut the sample from the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu was something in the beginning of the 19th century, so it's absolutely possible to do that if there was a permafrost concentration.
So this was the Spanish flu virus. Is there any other viruses you could think of that it would be of interest to dig from the past?
I guess once again, everything is there is a high potential. It's more what you're targeting to research, and that's usually what the limitation of most of the DNA studies. That of course you need to focus on one particular type of DNA. And if you do something with a shotgun sequencing, that basically you are sequencing everything that is in there, once again, is where are you searching for? Because there is it's a really huge variety. And if you already found a human DNA, you have a Spanish flu DNA, there is a high potential you will find more things there. You might have bacterial infection, you might find another herpes viruses, because if those persons die from the Spanish flu, in the process of getting sick, I believe that when the immune system starts going down, and usually that's how disease works, it's no one unique organism what is killing the host. Is that at the moment that the main disease is affecting, other pathogens enter the system and start also messing around. So if you really start digging more information, I'm sure you will find bacteria, herpes virus, and who knows what else will be found in those samples. It's more like the searching for the data, and that's the part that the bioinformaticians do. That is very demanding and takes a lot of time, but it's possible to do it.
Are you planning to go other places around the globe? You have been in the Middle East and in the Caribbean, other places where have been or are going?
No, with this time I have, as I say, I have less than 3 months before I am supposed to finish handling my thesis. So no, for now I am just writing, analyzing, and hibernating in my office. So no more traveling for now.
Okay. Held og lykke.
Tak.
Held og lykke means
Tak.
I hope that it will succeed and you will have a good degree and your research will be finished.
Thank you.
We'll have another research.
Let's see what comes.
Thank you very much for your interview.
Thank you very much to you.